Welcome, 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 everyone. Hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful um weekend so far. Hold on, just trying to put my banner up. There we go. So thank you guys all for tuning in and coming in and showing some love up over here. It's so wonderful to see everybody again today. I'm so exhausted. I'm so tired. I like, Lord, why did I put this back to back? Because I was very excited. Go and pin my welcome so the people that will come in late, they will see my welcome. Okay. So you just entered to the Jewels Warrior Palace Love Room where you see all the God's love. Okay. Nothing but respect over here, peace over here, joy, unity, and happiness. So welcome to Forever Lisa YouTube channel. Hey Sunshine, hey Finest Wine. The official is in the room. Thank you for coming in and being and accepting this invite. I know Black Truth will come. He did contact me that he was getting off. He got off work at a certain time, so but he will come in. You know what I'm saying? So once he take care of his business, he had to take care of because he had to work today, so he get off at I think at 6 o'clock. He said so. I did send him the link so he would come and jump in on his time. If you guys got a community wall, if you don't mind, if you can please share it. I really appreciate it. So we can go ahead and get and talk about what I got on my title. You know what I'm saying? You know how these two men had beat this killer virus, and before I bring the both of the men up here, I want to spill. Let me turn on my camera real quick so you guys can see me. One, I see you official. I'll bring you up in a minute. Just want to get this spilled. I got to say real quick. I just want you guys to know that this I think that we talk about on my channel that I am not no doctor. I'm not no therapist. Okay. I'm not no counselor. What we do here, we just dialogue and talk about these issues that's going on. Okay. It is real doctors here on YouTube, and I know a few of them. Okay. They do have their license. Okay. So, but um, make sure that you just, if you do decide to take some of our advice, make sure you're going to talk to your doctor first. Okay. I do want to put that out there because this channel is not what I'm speaking is not no we not doctors over here. Okay. So please make sure that you do that. So I want to put that out there. Okay. um and what we're going to talk about, I know some people um don't believe in the virus and some people do believe in the virus. You know what I'm saying? And the ones that don't should not dog the ones that do. The ones that do should not dog the ones that don't. All you gotta do is just live your life and live your life to the fullest, and do what's right for you and your family. Okay. So don't let nobody make no decisions for you. You know what I'm saying? I do believe it's real. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and read what I got into my community box in my description box real quick. Um, and I okay. If one of the mods, if you do not mind, could you go ahead and find because I forgot to put into my night bot in my description box. Could you go please drop both of their channels into my chat, please? I really appreciate it. But I make sure that I will put it in my description box at the end of the show. So everybody is not subscribed to these to Black Truth or the official urban, then where they can go ahead and subscribe to their channels. Okay. If you don't mind, I really appreciate it. Okay. As I say in here, it's something real short. I want to welcome both of the official urban therapist and Black Truth both to this live stream, and I really appreciate you both for accepting the invite. Um, as I said, some believe and some don't. As we all know, I call it C-19. Okay, virus came into the United States in late 2019, and we was told about it somewhere between January and February of 2020. Then in March 2020, the whole world was shut down. Not just United States, everything was just shut down. People were dying daily. I mean, dying daily, just falling out daily. All in 2020. But now it's a new virus called Delta that is even worse. Okay. So it's ways to fight this killer demon, and I believe it is. You know what I'm saying? So um, as I was saying, everybody's body is different. You know what I'm saying? Because what had worked for oh, sorry y'all. What had worked for the official and Black Truth, it might not work for you. Okay, so they only gonna give you their spiel. Okay, what worked for them. Okay, what they did to beat this killer. Okay, I'm quite sure they probably researched stuff and looked at stuff, and they use certain stuff. Okay, so like I said, you can take their advice if you want to, but make sure that you go talk to your own doctor, your own therapist, your own whoever you want to go talk to, do your own research before you decide that you want to go ahead and take it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the official urban to the panel now. I want to make sure I got that spiel out there. I welcome everybody to the chat. And if I miss anybody, please, that, like I said before, that usually when I have somebody guests on my channel, I don't look at the chat too much. I'll be focusing and just trying to hear what my guest is saying. So if anybody coming here, please forgive me. Thank you, Finest Wine, for dropping their links. I really appreciate it. You guys, please subscribe to their channels because they have some good channels up over there. Okay. So hey, welcome, official. How are you doing?
Hey, Miss Lisa. By the way, happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Thank you. I had a good time
Hey,
coming yesterday.
oh yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a whole lot. I came back just in time too because I sent you a private message because I was making some cookies for my kids and it just got ready. So I was trying to make sure
Okay.
that got that taken care of for them. Oh, we
I
coming
know
up
that's
tonight
right.
too. Yeah, we coming up tonight. Let me go and show my face.
There you go. So good to see you. You
Good
got a
to see you
beautiful
too.
family. Your children are beautiful. I watched one of your lives and they had came in the
hmm
room and you made them speak to everybody. They are beautiful.
Well, I appreciate that a whole lot. Yeah, they
hmm
are. They actually some good kids. They're children, but they're
hmm
some good kids. So,
Yes.
but yeah,
Hello,
once
Light.
again,
How you doing?
yeah, once
I
again,
want.
I appreciate you inviting me onto your panel to discuss this very important topic.
Yes. You're so welcome. So we're gonna go ahead and just I'm gonna go ahead and give you the floor. You know what I'm saying? Then if Black Truth come, I'll go ahead and give him the floor as well. So we want, like I said, some people don't believe in the COVID, and some people do. You know what I'm saying? And and you for yourself, you know it's real because you've been through it. You, not
Yeah,
just you. So people in your family, your whole family did. Y'all was quarantined, and you So can you talk more about that?
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yes, me and my whole entire family that includes my wife, my children, and everyone else. We was diagnosed with the COVID. Now it wasn't the COVID-19 from when it started off last year. It was after the Delta variant COVID that we was dealing with. So um, let me back up too. By the way, since I'm talking about the regular COVID-19, about I think almost about 5 months ago or so, my one of my daughter had the regular COVID-19, and so we of course we had to quarantine with her and stuff. But she's pretty much asymptomatic. She wasn't showing no type of symptoms whatsoever. But we still have to go through the whole process, or getting a quarantine and make sure that she had proper medication and different other things that was doing as well for her. So fast forward all the way to now. Um, we end up going to a cheerleading competition with one of my daughters, right? And that's where she ended up getting the Delta variant COVID-19 from a competition. Then her mom ended up getting sick. Then of course, I'm taking care of them. Then I end up getting sick. Then everybody else start getting sick too. So that whole experience by itself was pretty traumatic. And how the way we knew that we had it because we all went and got tested, and the doctor said that was the type of 1 variant that we had was the one that's very COVID. So, but yeah, we what else I can tell you about? Oh, our symptoms was different. Each one of us had a unique symptom. Um, like say for example, my one of my daughters, her symptoms was that all she did was had a runny nose the whole entire time. That was her whole entire process. On the other hand, my wife, deals with anxiety, and so she kind of take anxiety medicine and stuff like that occasionally. But COVID elevated her anxiety way up. So that was one of her main symptoms that she was dealing with. Also, she was dealing with high blood pressure as well too. And for me, the symptoms that I was dealing with, I wasn't coughing until towards the very end, but towards the beginning, I did ran a fever. My fever stayed between 99.1 to 100.1. Then that's where it stayed at the whole entire time while I had it, and I didn't have a lot of energy, and I was very tired. I was what's the word? Oh, discombobulated as well, where I very incoherent, suffering vertigo, all kind of crazy stuff happened to me as well. So each and every last one of us, we had different symptoms of this variant virus.
Yeah. Yeah, they said that it's all kind of symptoms that you can get. A few symptoms, like they say, like it's like a flu symptoms. Cause I'm gonna be honest, I believe that I had it when it first came out back in 2019. Um, Back in December of 2019, I just got I was only at the job that I'm at now for a few months, and I remember me being really sick. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no fever though. I had a terrible cough I could not get rid of at all. I mean, my body was it was sore, but it wasn't aching. 'Cause I remember me going live. I still got that live. I remember me going live, and I was telling the audience, I said, I'm so sick. I don't feel good at all. I said, I don't know what's going on with me. So I got to go to work because it was our last day before the vacation for the Christmas break. I said, I got to go to work or I miss my all this holiday pay. I won't get paid for it. I said, well, y'all pray for me. I never forget that. And then and I had it for at least 6 weeks. Saying none coughing. I went back to work and I was sick and I was just coughing and coughing and coughing. I just couldn't stop. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I believe that everybody had it and did not know they had it. You know what I'm saying? I do believe that. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't know nobody personally that I know, but I know some of my sisters, knew people that had it. I know I know a friend of mine who I know got it now. I take it back. I didn't. I just found out because he posted it on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? That like his spouse had just passed away, and they had a funeral. And it's not in my city; it's in a different city. And so he did post and said that if anybody was here at my wife's funeral, for them to go get tested because somebody was at the funeral was positive with it, and he went and got tested, and he was positive with it. So people, this stuff is really real. You know what I'm saying? And so and I know I think and I'm glad that God kept me here. You know what I'm saying? Because back then I wasn't taking a lot of vitamins, you know what I'm saying? But they say you got to take like vitamin C's and vitamin D's and all that stuff. So I made sure I could go and collect all that, those type of vitamins and stuff like that. So what did you use that you think might, help you heal you and your family?
Well, there's a lot of different techniques that I used to help heal my family. The very first important thing is that we had to make sure that I our spiritual foundation was well established. Because I want to just let Miss Lisa, and also the audience out there right now, if you don't have a strong spiritual foundation, and you could use spiritual foundation as religion or however way you want to use it, but if you don't have that strong foundation in you, then the probability of you dealing with the this, as I call it, a demon virus, the probability of you dealing with it successfully is going to be very low, because you have to have that strong foundation. You have to be strong in your belief. You have to be strong knowing that God has given you everything that you need to take care of your body. But you have to do your due diligence part and take care of your body. God is not going to just going to do some miraculous thing where he just going to touch you and you're going to be instantly healed. I wish he would do that. But at the end of the day, we still have to deal with reality too, where God, he gave all the necessary tools that you need to take care of your body. So you are responsible for being the stewardship of your own personal body. This is the reason why in the one Christian Bible, it talks about the body being a temple, which it is. It's literally a living temple. And that's not just talking about, the Christian Holy Spirit. That's talking about your body is actual active, breathing organism that's moving, that you take care of. So it's very important that you take care of your system. Whatever you put into your system is going to return back out to you. You know what I'm saying? This is saying also the same concept where what people say give and it shall be given to you. Shake down, pressing up with the cup run over. This is the same concept dealing with your body, your system as well. Wherever you give into your body is going to come back and return to whatever it is that you want to give, is going to put back out to it. So if you put in things that are negative into your body, it's going to reap negative things into your body. If you put in positive things into your body, it's going to reap back out positive things in your body. And this is also the reason why you see different reports on TV where they show some people surviving COVID, but they show other people not surviving COVID. What people don't know is that one of the main reasons why people don't survive it is because they already was putting negative things into their body.
Yep.
And so now they're dealing with the consequences behind is that your body can't keep up with what's happening with the virus. So since your body can't keep up with it and compensate from it, producing enough antibodies and everything like that to fight the infection, your body is shutting down the virus is attacking and it's shutting your body down all the way down and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying it's very vital that's the number one thing. That's the foundation part of it.
Yes.
First. But I'll let you talk. We talk about that stuff too.
Yes. And I agree with you 100%. You know what I'm saying? You got to be spiritual. You got to have that faith. We got to believe. You know what I'm saying? You got to believe, because we know it's a spirit that nobody can see. I believe it's a spiritual battle out there in the world, fighting against each other. You know what I'm saying? It's the evil versus the good. And that's why I just believe. You know what I'm saying? It's a very, very spiritual battle. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, God got control. God wants us to believe. You know what I'm saying? He wants us to believe in him. But God also give us wisdom. You know what I'm saying? I believe God put things on this earth to protect us. I don't think God's going to harm his people that serve him. You know what I'm saying? I do not believe that. So we've got to stay in our word, but still use the resources that God put out here for us. Okay? Don't be a fool. You can't be fools. You know what I'm saying? And not use what God put out there for us. Okay? Because God knows what's good for our body. He knows. So we
Absolutely.
still those vitamins is good for our bodies. You know what I'm saying? Or those natural
Absolutely.
herbs that's good for our bodies. Okay. So still,
Hmm.
read your Bible. Still have to, keep our faith and read and trust God. And
Hmm.
again, still have to use what the resources that he had for us. So have you decided, you don't got the answer if you don't want to, it's your choice. Have you decided to take the vaccination shot or not, or you just gonna just go on? And because I know if once you catch the COVID, you got to wait for 90 days anyway. So when your 90 days is up, are you planning on um going that route?
Well, that's a good question. I appreciate you asking it. Now, me personally, I don't plan on taking the vaccination, and this is my reason why. My reason why is because since my body has already dealt with this COVID and this variant, it already replicated the COVID variant into my system. So now there are automatically antibodies that's already been produced within my body. They'll fight it off. They'll end up fighting off again. This is no different from any other one viral infection that we deal with, like influenza or
Mm-hmm.
flu, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Um, our body replicates what we're being attacked into the system, and that's how I produce antibodies for my research. So that's why I never took in a flu shot or anything like that and stuff. And I never had a flu or anything like that. I was suffered that one time, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel that me personally, I feel that if God had designed my body to be a healing factor, and He designed it the way He
Mm-hmm.
did, then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna trust in what He
Mm-hmm.
built for my body. But this is just me. But however, there's a different upside. Well, there's a different downside to that too. Since
Mm-hmm.
me and my wife work for the state of Texas, right? It
Okay.
may be a possibility that we may be required to take the vaccination. Now,
Mm-hmm.
if we end up being required to take it, then that's a different
Mm-hmm.
story. So if it
Mm-hmm.
becomes a requirement, what I have to do to take care of my family and stuff like that, then of course I'll take the
Mm-hmm.
one vaccination, no problem. But
Mm-hmm.
long as it remains a choice for me to do it, yeah, I want to personally do it. Me
Mm-hmm.
and my wife, we actually had this conversation too about this too, and so she's making the decision that she was going to go ahead and take the vaccination, and so I'm
Mm-hmm.
not one of them type of husband where I'm like, no, 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 I'm not
Mm-hmm.
taking it. You shouldn't take it. Blah
Mm-hmm.
blah blah. I'm not doing
Yes.
her like that. I'm supporting her 100% with her decision. She
That's
want to do
good.
it. We're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
We're
good.
gonna do it 100% because we all in
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
So
Amen. That's
that's the
good.
only thing.
Amen. That's good. Well, that's good to know. Like I said, because it's for it's anybody's decision and choice, and if they take it, nobody shouldn't down the person that took it. Nobody should down the person that who had not taken. You gotta do what's best for you and your family. And with me, I decided to go ahead and I did take it, you guys. I took my first shot July the 28th because I got a sister. Okay, my sister called me. She loves me so much. She was calling me daily, every day, give me reports, talking to me about the COVID. You know what I'm saying? And she just would never stop until I took it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. I've been telling her every day I was gonna take it, but for months, for months. So I finally and I prayed about it. I talked to God about it, and that's why I said I want to have, use my wisdom. You know what I'm saying? God put stuff on here for a reason. He's not gonna let the people that serve him let them, that nothing harm their body. You know what I'm saying? And I thought about Noah. So I think about Noah a whole lot when people laughed at him because they didn't believe, he was building this big old ark, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So and I thought about that. I thought about so much that was in the Bible to make my decision till I went. So I did go and on the 28th, I finally got my first shot. Um, my it, I took 2 days off of work because I didn't know how I was going to feel, what reaction I was going to take. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know. But I think because of my prayer, I prayed first. You know what I'm saying? Help me through it. My arm was just only sore. You know what I'm saying? It was just sore. That's it. Nothing. I had no symptoms. I had no side effects or anything. I went and took my second one on the 19th. Okay. In the same arm. Some people use one, some people say they use both arms. I didn't, I used the same one, my left one.
Mhm.
Okay. And and I had no pain at all. I had no side effects. I think I probably took that only time I took the Advil because because of the sore of the arm. That was it. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm fully vaccinated. So I'm just praying that God, it's all in your hand now. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
my sister,
Hey,
my sister happy. So
yeah.
so I
Hey,
go
Miss
see have
Miss Lisa, do Miss Lisa, do you mind me asking? Well, when you took them couple of days off, well, was it paid time off? Did the company actually pay you while you was off due to that?
No, I called off for personal. No, I mean I could took vacation time if I wanted to, it's vacation days, but I
Um,
decided to take it at the last minute. You know what I'm saying? So I just took it off. Just for personal time.
yeah, the reason why I asked you that is because I want to let people know this too. Now, when we was receiving the stimulus through the COVID Response Act, part of
Hmm.
that act is a requirement for every company to allow you paid time off due to COVID. Where if you want to get vaccinated and you have a possibility of receiving any type of side effects about it, or if you have COVID like symptoms, period and stuff, it's part of the first COVID Response Act, and every company allows you that paid time off where you don't have to use your vacation pay, you don't have to use sick pay. It's strictly with that and
Oh,
stuff.
I
So
didn't
that's
know
something
that.
that y'all have to want to check that out too with your company to make sure that they're
Oh,
complying
okay.
with that.
Thank you.
Because
I
if,
didn't
if
know
they're
that.
not
Well, too
complying
late
with
for me
that, and
now. Yeah.
if they
Thank.
not complying with that, then yeah, they could have legal actions to get that against that, especially if they
Oh, okay.
took
Because
money
I
through the
didn't know
government.
that. Oh, okay. I'm quite sure they probably do. I just didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So I decided to do it. On my own. At the last minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just took 2 days off just for precautions. I want to be at work because I work nights. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
want to be at work, and then it's already hot in the plant. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hmm.
but yes.
Yep.
So,
Yeah,
but don't
because
talk
that's
about me because said I don't have faith because I took the I shot. I still have faith. I still love the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Just a decision
hmm
that I decided to make, and plus, D'Anthony, my grandson, who I'm with, he had asthma, so I was kind of, want to protect him. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I'm doing things right for him. You know what I'm saying? Since I'm around him every day, so I did not want to go out there and bring something back home to my grandson. Yeah.
but yeah, that's real good though. Um, another part of this too, and I was talking about the spiritual part about it. Now
Hmm.
the second part is this is that y'all y'all familiar with the dietary laws within the Bible, right? Within the Christian Bible, right? Where they explain all about the dietary laws that explain about certain herbs that not only heals, but certain herbs that you can eat, certain herbs that you can't eat,
Yeah. I
and
mean,
other
I
type of
remember. Yeah.
foods. Yeah, so I'm bringing this up because this was the second part of what I was dealing with too. Of course, all of us was taking different, over the counter medicine. I was taking I was taking Nyquil, Dayquil, and Mucinex. I was taking them while the other kids, they was taking medication for the kids, and my wife was taking different medication as well too. But also at the same time, there are certain herbs that we was put into our system too. We
Uh
was
huh.
I was putting in black seed oil. I was putting in elderberry. My aunt recommended sea mouse. I was doing that. I was making some homemade, very disgusting tea that my mom taught me how to make. And it
Uh
consists
huh.
of chopping up onions and lemon and
Hmm.
sprinkling it with cayenne pepper and all kinds of stuff. That tea was disgusting, but she
One
taught me how
second.
to
I'm
do that.
finishing.
But it
Sorry.
cleared up the mucus in my chest.
Hmm.
So
One
there's
second.
different there's different things
Black
like that.
Truth. Black Truth. I put the link into your email.
Yeah, Black Truth, come up. But
Go
yeah,
to
it
your
was
email.
but yeah, yeah, that tea that's like the most disgusting tea I didn't ever taste in my life. Very bitter, but it
Hmm.
helped. It cleared up the mucus buildup, from the virus infection. Oh,
Hmm.
since I'm talking about this too, that's another thing too that I want to bring everybody to attention is that if you ever experience dealing with COVID, or if you have anyone dealing with it right now, one of the main things that you have to make sure is that you have to make sure that your respiratory system is clear, because if you don't allow it to be clear, then what's going to happen? All that mucus and stuff is going to build up, and it's going to cause
Hey,
pneumonia,
can you guys
and
hear me?
that's how people
Yes, I can hear you.
pass away from pneumonia. Oh, hey, what's up, Black Truth?
Hey, Black Truth.
Hey, I gotta drop down. I'm gonna come right back. Hold on.
Okay. I'm sorry. Go. You can go ahead and finish.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
So yeah, that's
definitely. Mhm.
yeah. So that's the biggest thing, is that you have to make sure that mucus don't build up where you end up
Yes.
getting pneumonia into your own
Mhm.
system. That's what
Yes.
caused a lot of people to pass away, is because they develop pneumonia. And I don't know if anybody had pneumonia before, but it's a worse feeling where it feel like you drowning from the inside out. That's exactly how pneumonia
I
feels
never had
like.
it. My son was sick with pneumonia. Like 2 months ago, he was so sick. He never. I was at work, and I caught his message later. He was just saying how sick he was, and I got a niece that's a nurse. And she made him go to the hospital because she didn't want him to sit home and try to heal himself. And come to find out he had pneumonia. And he would say he was so sick, Mama. He said, Mama, I ain't never felt nothing like this. And I ain't never had pneumonia, so I don't know what pneumonia felt like. I ain't never had a flu. I just had colds. You know what I'm saying? That's all I had.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you good, bro.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
We can hear
Well,
you.
yeah, I'm in a position now. I'm driving, but I have to put the phone to my ear to hear you guys. So I don't know what's going on with my phone. I think I need to get back to my Bluetooth. I'm sorry, my joint at home,
Oh,
because I don't
okay.
want to interrupt the show. So
No, if you can you hear me now, Black Truth? No, he can't hear me. Okay, I was gonna just have him just go ahead and talk.
okay.
Um,
Well, I mean, I can stay
Black
up,
Truth.
but then I'll just come back up.
Yes, Black Truth.
Yes, talk to me.
Okay, go ahead and our question is we just talking about the COVID. If you want to tell the people, you can go ahead and start talking if you want to of um how you heal yourself. You know, say what type of stuff that you use to heal your body. What did you do?
Okay. How you doing, brother? The official. I can't even read it because I'm on my
He
urban
said it was
therapist. How
official
you doing,
urban
brother?
therapist.
I'm doing good, bro. How you doing? Hey, be
I'm
safe
doing
out there
well.
too while you're driving and talking, bro.
Hey, definitely, definitely. How you doing, Miss Favalisa? I thank you for letting me come up on your panel. So you know, what's amazing? I was going on vacation. It's a whole backstory. I was going on vacation because I had to get my daughter into college. She went on she did virtual college last year, so this was going to be her first year of in-person college. So I was really excited. To get her in school, and that's a dad's dream to get their daughter in school, help them with their dorm, and help them decorate, and just be there for them. So I worked that particular Sunday, and I was leaving out on that Tuesday, but then on that Monday when I was off, I woke up. It was over. I couldn't. I knew I had COVID because my body just hurt so bad, and I had a fever
Mhm.
that was so high. And when I woke up, I already knew. So I made a few calls. I called my doctor friend, and she said, "Hey, come by my office, and I'll give you a test." And then when I got to her office, and I tested positive. So it's one of those things where when you get COVID, because a lot of people be like, "Well, man, maybe you had the flu." No, 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 no. And maybe
Mhm.
the urban therapist can attest to this. If you get COVID, you have something that you've never had before,
Mhm.
because it's a feeling that you've never felt before. So
Mhm.
that's
Yeah,
how
I
I
agree to
felt.
that, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Mhm.
And so what I ended up doing was I ended up initially, because the thing is with COVID, as long as you can breathe properly, then the hospital is not going to do anything for you. I mean, the hospital is just going to give you painkillers, or they'll help you with your fever. But I mean, there's nothing the hospital could do for you unless you have breathing problems, and then they're going to try to suggest that you get on a ventilator.
Mhm.
So
I
yes,
don't
sir.
mean to cut you off, Black Truth, but that was my experience when we had went to the urgent care. That they came in with their suits on and everything, and all they told us was that, well, we really can't do much, but we could offer you a steroid shot, and that's about it. Other than that, the other thing you can do is take on, over counter medicine, and we just hope for the best for you.
Right, right, and that's pretty much all that they could do for you. I mean, at the end of the day, there's really nothing that they could do. You have to fight this thing on your own if you're breathing
Mm.
properly, and you know it's scary. It's a scary situation because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if you're going to breathe properly. You don't know if something's going to overcome you. You don't know if you have underlying issues. But as it's happening, it's surreal. It's a surreal moment. It is. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk for a second, brother, because I need to write out this money order real quick, and then I'm coming right back, you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you,
Okay.
Black True.
Okay. Hold on a second.
Welcome everyone that's coming in. Brooke, go ahead and hit that link, or anybody else that want to hit that link real quick. If you want to come up, you are so welcome. So go ahead and hit it so I can delete it because I don't want to leave my link in the chat. If you can hear me, Brooke, or anybody else that want to come up to the panel to share your information or share whatever you've been through. So I thank these guys for really speaking out, and I thank you, Official Urban, because I know I was watching your live when you first was talking about it. You guys can go find that. What's the name? The demon something. That's a good live. It's
The
it's
Delta
kind of
demon
long, but it's
virus.
worth listening to it. So please, if somebody can go find that video for me and drop it in the chat, so people can go ahead and pull that video up so they can watch it on their free time. But I don't know if it was that video, but you did say that you hope everybody would start coming out and speaking about the COVID as they get healed. And
Mhm.
that's a good point. You know what I'm saying? And it's and it's so real. And I think people need it, don't be embarrassed because you had the COVID. You know what I'm saying? If God healed you with that and your body is healed, you come out and help the next person and teach them, what to do. You know what I'm saying? And I know one thing, when the COVID first came out and they said that when your body is sore like that, they said don't lay around. They said keep moving. They say it's bad
Mhm.
just to lay. I don't know if that's true because they say it's bad just to lay. Because I know I laid in the bed because my body was I was so tired, I was so weak at that time. This way back, like I said, before they even knew what it was. That's why I say I believe that I had it. You know what I'm saying? And I just stayed in the bed, but they said do not stay in no bed. They said move around. Okay, here
Yeah,
come Brooke.
yeah, and that's yeah. Yeah, that's what they're saying. That was something true too. That they want you to be as active as possible. If it was possible for you to at least go outside, to stand outside and soak some of that vitamin D into your melon skin, that was something good too. And the most important
Mm,
thing is that you cannot lay in a bed flat, because if you lay in the bed flat, that's what's gonna cause all the mucus to build up into your lungs, and it's gonna
mhm,
develop pneumonia.
mm. Okay. Hey, Brooke, how you doing?
Hey, Queen. Happy birthday again. I know you was celebrating
Thank
yesterday.
you.
You're welcome. I
Thank
did get the
you.
chance to share you out and tell people to come on and celebrate with our fellow Queen. So, again, happy birthday to you, honey. You are gorgeous. I see the two
Thank
kings on
you.
the platform. Shout out to y'all, too, for providing us with this good information. And I'm glad that you had made this statement, Lisa, that you did, because I want to come up, and I'm not going to be long. I'm going to be a few minutes. And to kind of sort of tell my story, I tested positive for COVID-19 in April. I have
Okay.
done so much research from this disease, well, not disease, the virus, from the time that it hit the United States up until currently still right now. Um,
Mm-hmm.
my channel, when I first got it, you know, my background for my channel, I wasn't even coming up on here to provide, I was coming up on here to provide alternate entertainment. Once this COVID stuff hit, it forced me, because I had to let the people know
Mm-hmm.
what's going on with this and what it attacks, why certain things, and why it attaches to certain people,
Mm-hmm.
and why it do what it do. Um, I'm not for sure exactly how it's transmitted yet. And I'm gonna say that, and I'll explain to you why I say that, because they're still not sure how it's actually transmitted. I cannot pinpoint where I got it from because I was doing so much. But what I
Mm-hmm.
narrowed it down to was either I caught it from my son who is 6, or they just have a very strong immune system. And I say that because when I caught the COVID, my family was around me. My husband had just came home from the hospital. So he was home every day. The baby was with me every day. They never got sick after me. I was the only one
Mm-hmm.
who got sick in our household. And we were like quarantined. We weren't in separate
Yes.
rooms. I didn't sit in one area. We were, together. Um, and just like the gentleman at the bottom said, oh, you know the difference between a cold, the flu, and COVID. That was
Mm-hmm.
COVID. I mean, it hit me like a Mack truck. I lost my
Mm-hmm.
memory, short-term memory. I couldn't remember what day it was. I lost my sense of smell. I couldn't taste anything. And my body was so achy. For 5 days straight, I had a temperature nonstop. For the highest it went was
Mm-hmm.
104. I would check probably every 8 hours. Every time I would,
Mm-hmm.
get the medicine in me is when I would check. The highest got to 104. And I told my husband, I said, if it get any higher than this, I'm gonna have to go because I'm scared. The only good thing about it was I don't have any respiratory issues. This virus feeds off of mucus. Mucus is its what you want to call it, kryptonite. You know how you have to have a lighter in order to smoke a cigarette? Them two go together. White on rice, it goes together. If you have a lot of mucus in your body, you can bet to believe that your experience with COVID will not be pretty. It's the enzyme, whatever that enzyme is. I have the name, I can't remember, but whatever that enzyme is that's in the body and enzyme that's in the COVID, when those two things connect together, it turns
Mm-hmm.
deadly. So if you
Can
are
I?
a person,
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
we can now.
Okay,
Mhm.
I don't mean to interject, but I wanna say you're absolutely correct. Can I say something real quick, and I'm gonna let you get back to your comment,
Sure.
if you don't mind. All right, so she's absolutely correct. So what I noticed, the biggest thing with me was it was the body aches. The body aches were crazy, and it was the fever. The fever was crazy. I never could break my fever, but I knew one of my clients who experienced COVID. So some told me to just give him a call. So when I called him, he told me that him and his wife both experienced it. His wife almost died from COVID. They threatened to put her on a ventilator, but she refused. And she said that
Mm-hmm.
if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die at home. And these are some of my
Mm-hmm.
good friends. And what she did was she started deep breathing. So I want to let everybody who's listening know, if you feel like you have COVID, start a deep breathing regimen. Deep breathe, real deep in and real deep out. And that will help you get that oxygen in your lungs that you're going to need. 'Cause if you're taking
Mhm.
short, shallow breaths,
Okay.
then that's not going to allow enough oxygen to get into your lungs. All right, and then
So
let
we're
me
gonna
go
get
back.
Mhm.
So let me go
Okay.
back. So, and what he told me was the guy, he was like, listen, are you coughing? I said, no, I don't have a cough. He said, make yourself cough. I'm like, what do you mean make myself cough? He said, make yourself cough. Listen to me, you guys. I don't mean to be graphic, but I'm going to be graphic because this is what this is all about. You know, this is what the people want to hear.
speak, brother.
So I made myself cough and I just kept coughing, 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 coughing. I promise you guys, I coughed up a mucus so big, and it had a
Oh
scab
my
on it.
gosh.
It had a scab on it.
Oh.
So that let me know that that was attached to my lungs. So imagine if I never would have coughed this thing up. It would have it attached to my lungs, and it was growing. And it would have
Yes.
kept growing. And that was gonna
Yep.
cause pneumonia, and that was gonna probably hurt me, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That was gonna hurt me, I promise you. So if you feel
Oh
like you got
yes.
COVID, make sure you just cough. Cough as much as you can.
Get it
Cough
out.
your lungs out. You know what I
Yep. Get it
mean?
out the system.
Get it out of your system. Any phlegm that's in
Yes.
you, cough it out, spit it out. Get it out of your system, because that's what's gonna cause the pneumonia. But I'm gonna go back. Go ahead. I'm
Oh, no
listening.
problem. Thank you for
Thank you.
adding on.
Thank you,
And
Black
trust
Truth.
me, just whenever y'all ready to jump on in, because again, a lot of us, and like I said, I want to make sure, because what you said earlier, Lisa, like we need to, and the other gentleman, we need to come out and talk, because somebody may be getting something from each and every one of us, and it'll save their
Right.
life. People
Right.
who are asthmatic, people who have sinuses. You ain't even gotta have, you could just have sinuses 3 or 4 times a year. You are at higher risk of being put in the hospital for COVID because you have sinuses. It
Yeah.
feeds off of the mucus. And another point, the gentleman said, when I slept, I could not sleep laying flat. I had to sitting up. So I literally sat on my couch for 5 or 6 days. I sat up on my couch and slept for 5 or 6 days. I didn't feel comfortable laying flat. Secondly is this, and I think this part is going to be the most informative part. A lot of times, well, not a lot of times, every single thing, if God did not make this and man created it, just like he created it, there is always an antidote. There is a cure for this. Please believe me, because this is not a natural thing that took place. Okay, this is something that nobody can be born with genetically or whatever.
Right.
This is something that man created. So there is a cure for this. That's number one. Number two, because they're making so much money, others and drug companies, they're not going to bring it right out to you. So me being the queen, and I appreciate my other kings and queens, if I had the opportunity to tell y'all, I'm going to tell y'all. You go and get, if it's your children's nebulizer, if it's your uncle, aunt, cousin, I don't care who it is, go get a nebulizer. Go to the thrift store and get one. Go to Rite Aid and get one. They don't cost that much. Go to Amazon and get one. And if you feel as though that your breathing is being compromised and you think that you may have COVID, you do 2 treatments a day. And the name of the steroid that you have to use is called budesonide, and I can't pronounce it. Let me try to pronounce it. It's selenoside and budesonide. Those 2 steroids has been out for about 20 years. The difference in these steroids and these other treatments, those two steroids focus on mucus breakdown. That's why it works. There's a doctor named Robert Burlett. You can go look at it on YouTube right now. He is a ER doctor in Houston, Texas. Every single person he treated with that has recovered 100%. So anytime that I have a chance, I got to tell my people, everybody can get access to a nebulizer. Even if you say, look, go to your primary care. I'm having problems breathing. Can you prescribe me an inhaler? And another doctor said this could work. Can you prescribe me this? It's out there. That particular steroid has been out for 20 years. A budesonide. 2 treatments a day, it'll be cleared up.
Hey Queen, I want to add on to that part about the one nebulizer. Even though it's available and people may be able to afford it, there may be people who live in a fixed income who just absolutely cannot afford their medical equipment. So the next best step that you can do, you could set your shower all the way up to the hottest level and take a steam treatment as well in your restroom. Close the doors up and everything, and take a steam treatment as well, where you breathing in the steam, breathing it out. It is going to cause that mucus to come up as well.
That was what I was getting ready to say. I was getting ready.
My bad. Let me throw the ball back to you.
No, you're okay, because that means we are all
Apple just said right
here.
here. She said,
yeah,
steam
we're
over
all
a
in the
pot
same
15 minutes.
Yeah, we are all on the same track with getting this information out because that's what my husband did. Our baby has a nebulizer. I couldn't find it. So he was like, well, let me just try to do this. And he always take these same showers and he would cough, but he never had it. So that helped with regular. But I still put two and two together. And he would let them close the door, put the towel underneath so nothing comes in. And he would be good. Like after that, it's like a stain treatment. Like for some reason or another, it just cleans everything out. So that's exactly what I was getting ready to say. If you don't have access to that. And also too, let me just also tell y'all this. I don't know what state you guys are in, okay? But it works for every state. I just don't know. Y'all probably can find that information out. Right now, even still, if you have any kind of like, if the state is giving out any kind of insurance or anything, they are allowing for any and everybody to sign up for free healthcare for at least a year. Okay. I know this because I ain't gonna tell y'all where I work at, but I know this because I know this and I know it to be fact. It don't matter. If you make $100,000 a year, you can still sign up and get free health care because one of the things that you can get for free with your health care is a nebulizer.
Oh yeah, for sure. And hey, Quinn, I appreciate you putting that information out. This goes online what I was saying earlier in the show, and I was explaining to people about the COVID Response Act. That COVID Response Act wasn't just so we could receive a stimulus check, but they also had all that included in there where you could take time out. You could take almost up to between 10 to 20 days off if you actually been diagnosed with COVID, and your company would pay for that. The other part is what you're talking about as well, for us, the health care and everything. But that's what the government do. They like to put money out there to the community and say that, hey, we're just gonna give y'all a stimulus check, but don't have y'all read the fine print about the bills that they're putting out there to really help you and for you to know about it.
Yes, because besides all of that, not only are they giving us stimulus checks, because that's the bottom of the barrel. That's not even all that they're giving us. Everybody gets free health care. On top of that, you shouldn't ever have to pay for a COVID test. You can go get tested 5 times a month if you want, and you ain't got to pay for it. You know why? Because the government has already paid for it. You have to use your insurance, the way your insurance goes. Not only that, it is also programs within states. Statewide, not federal, where you can literally reach out to your state, go on your state website where it says like, I live in Maryland. So for me, I'll go to the Maryland, Baltimore County COVID response team network or whatever, right? I'll type in those keywords. It'll pull it right up. You can get grants within your county and they come within a week. And it's for what the gentleman just said. If you've had to miss work, if you test positive and you at work, and your job can't fire you or let you use your time. They'll get paid for that. And you'll get paid. You'll get a double pay. You'll still get paid from your job. And the state will still give you money for certain things like that. The CARE Act is called the last one that Biden just signed. That one has so much money left over, y'all. It's so much money that's still out there. Even when it comes down to these PPP loans, it's still money that's left out there for us to get that will help us, other than the darn stimulus check. Okay.
But is that only for your company to pay you? You got to be positive. It's not for if you decide to go get a shot, correct? Only
correct.
If you're positive, you need off.
Correct. If you tested positive, then of course, you're quarantined. You can't go around anybody or the public, for those amount of days. And also real quick, and I forgot to say this, I wanted to throw this in there for people who have children. All right. As I said to you guys earlier, I couldn't confirm exactly where I got it from. Like I tried to recap my steps, but I still couldn't break it down to where. But when I started putting things in order, my husband had got rushed to the hospital. I was with him. I was there with him for like 4 days. I ain't leave the hospital, stayed there. My son was with my cousin. My cousin had him. When I finally left after day 4, I came home. I went and picked the son up. My son was sick. He had a cough, a little fever for like a day, 2 days. After the 3rd day, he was fine. Okay. My husband came home like maybe 3 or 4 days after that. And then that weekend, that's when I started feeling sick. So I'm like, oh my God, I hope this is not the COVID. So I'm sitting here trying to figure out. Then my uncle passed away, right? So and the only reason why I'm going through these events, because as of right now, I'm still trying to figure out where it happened, because now I have questions. Because when I realized it was COVID, I went and got tested positive COVID, right? So now I don't want my son to come around me. You can't come around me. How can I tell a 6-year-old who is a mama's boy not to come around? Right. He's stuck up underneath me. My husband, the same way. We always together in the same area. Every day coughed, and I ain't hear that much of a cough. When I started feeling better, I was getting scared, because I'm like, okay, they're about to get it, because if I got it, they're going to get it. And I promised y'all, for about 2 weeks, I was so scared because I didn't know. I'm like, I'm waiting for one of them to say they don't feel good. I'm waiting for a cough. Nothing happened. They didn't get sick. They did not get sick. So I'm now stuck in my head like, well, did I get it from my son? Because if I got it from my son, his symptoms weren't as bad as adults. So I started Googling it. Well, when children catch COVID, unless the children has like an underlying health condition, it's normally like a cold for them. They can beat this virus better than adults. I didn't know that. When I say they beat this virus, it don't affect the children as bad as it affects the adults. So that was one thing I had to start looking at and try to figure out, why is it when children get it, they'll get it. And, just like we have some sickly adults, it's more sickly adults than it is more sickly children. You do have some children who are sickly.
Let me piggyback off that. I don't mean to cut you off, sis.
No, you say, go ahead.
What's amazing is when I caught COVID, probably my 12th or 13th day, my son ended up catching COVID. Now my son is in a whole different state. He caught COVID from school, and he was under quarantine maybe 5 days, and he went back to school. He was straight. So you're right. You're absolutely correct. When kids catch it, it's simple to them. It's nothing major unless they have this major underlying health condition. And what I'm noticing is that's with anybody. This is my second time catching COVID. If you have a major underlying health condition, it may not go well.
Yes.
But if you don't have that, then I'm thinking that it goes pretty smooth for you, like a flu.
Well, and I want to piggyback off of that one too with you as well. That okay, because when you just said you had it twice, I've never heard or spoken to no one who said that they had it twice. So you're actually the first person who I've spoken to say that you had it twice. The thing that kind of has me thinking about certain things, I'm quite sure is a difference as far as in a variant. So that's probably like a Delta variant or something that came after the fact of why you got it twice. But the main thing is the mucus. The mucus. If y'all can just focus on the mucus, that will save your life. The mucus. And a lot of people, you don't even have to be, you can be healthy. You can go run up and down the street and be so healthy. You can be in perfect shape. But if you have a touch of mucus in your lungs, you're going to need to get aggressive treatment right away. That virus loves mucus. And this is how I tell people to look at it. Do y'all remember that mucus commercial? With that big old boogie, that mucus boogie, and how it was getting bigger. That's how.
Yeah, that's that Mucinex commercial.
Yes. With the mucus monster. Right. And how every time he would go somewhere or whatever, he would get bigger and nastier and bigger and nastier. It's the enzyme. Literally, the COVID is something that's man-made. That disease has been around before. And it's not like it hasn't been around. It has, because that's why it's the SARS-2. It's been here before. This ain't just come up out of nowhere. So our bodies, it has enzymes in it. And I promise you, the reason why they named it the corona is because of how it looks when it's under a microscope. And it has these little spores that sticks out that looks like crowns. Those are the enzymes. And if you have the perfect enzyme, aka mucus and all that stuff in your body, and it connects to that enzyme, oh, you're going to get it hard. You are going to get it hard. But if you don't, that be the reason why some people may feel like, oh, I just had a cough. Okay, well, I just had fever. Well, I ain't have nothing. Okay, well that's good. That means that your body most likely doesn't have any mucus in it.
Well, let me
That's
ask you
good.
guys a question. What's your blood type?
I'm O positive.
I'm O positive.
I have no idea.
I had no
But
idea,
from what I'm
but
hearing is
I did hear that.
I'm hearing O
When it first
positive
started
blood
coming out.
is O positive blood is the blood type that you don't get as sick. You will feel it. It's gonna hurt, but you're typically not gonna die from COVID with O positive blood.
Yeah, I heard that as well too.
But
I heard that before.
let me ask you guys a question, because this is what, when I was doing my research on this, if y'all remember back when it first started, right? You know, Africa right now is the only country where the numbers are so low. Is this as if the COVID is not even in the country? That's number one. Number two, in Africa, I think the first person got affected may have been in like May. So you mean to tell me by then it was over hundreds of thousands of people who have already been affected, and a lot of people did. But these people that's over in Africa, for some reason or another, they weren't getting the COVID, and people were still traveling. I had to keep my eye on that because it made me feel like, well, wait a minute, how is it that these people in another whole country aren't getting the virus, but you have some people that's here that's getting it? Why aren't there really a lot of African people getting it? So when they started to report the cases, I was trying to find out, like, okay, well, who is the person? Because, you know, it's not all Black people or Africans that's in Africa. I think the first person was like, he wasn't an African. He just lived in Africa. He was from Europe. He was once, okay, no, he don't count. The first set of peoples that I saw that the COVID really was going after was the elderly and Caucasian. Chinese, elderly, and the Caucasian people. That's where they were like, it was, I mean, those people was going down. And I said, well, why in the hoop, nanny, ain't no Africans dying like this? And if you don't believe me, you can go back and look at the numbers. You can go look at the numbers from then up until now. I have a book where every day I went and I wrote down all the statistics, and I just couldn't. Every time I get to Africa, 0, 10. Well, I'm looking at the United States, 100,000, 200. I say, well, why is it that Africa is not as deadly as all the rest of the other continents?
They don't have fast food. they don't have McDonald's.
I mean, I know
if you go back,
the heat.
If you go back and do the numbers, now, they tell us that this thing started in China.
China,
Go look at the numbers in China. It's between 5,000 and 7,000 people have died in China from the COVID. Here in America, it's 700,000 people.
Well, China, they got released from the lab from there, is what they're saying. Like, no one wants to admit that, but that's what they're saying. They got accidentally released from the lab.
That's what they say.
Yeah, that's what's true.
But think about it. China has 1.4 billion people. We have like roughly about 300 to 400 million people. They have 1 billion more people than we do. Why aren't the numbers much more greater in China than here in America? If it started in China, did they do something different than we did? Or
they might be making numbers up. That might be true. I mean,
China stopped reporting their numbers too. I can say that they stopped reporting their numbers when a lot of other countries said that
communist government.
Yeah, they said they stopped reporting the numbers. They did stop reporting the numbers. But here's what another theory that I want to push out. I pay attention to a lot of news that's across seas, China, Europe, all of those. And one of the things that was happening was the Chinese government, the people in Chinese, is maybe the baby boomers generation from like 30 on down. They were getting mad because they felt as if the government was not allowing for them to have free will as they do here. You can't go over there and be on the internet talking about the president, because they'll come and knock on your door, or they'll
kill your ass. Yeah.
So Russia, it was a bunch of the younger Chinese folks who say, you know what, we're going to do an uprising. This started September and October of 2019. The president told them, stop. y'all need to bow down and leave it alone because we ain't changing. We not the United States. We China. This was going to be. The people said, no, we ain't. We getting ready to get this work. And from what I heard, I was alleged. I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm thinking that has something to do with the virus being let out when it was let out. It was let out at literally
Yeah, that makes
Chinese
sense.
New Year in November.
That's one conspiracy theory that might be true. You are correct about that. Yeah.
Excuse me. How you pronounce your name?
Enigma.
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 People want to know who you are. Can you introduce yourself to the people? I never seen you before.
Nig. Emphasis on the nig. I like the nig a lot. Just call me Nig. I'll change it.
Okay, Nick. Okay, Nick.
But yeah, they
so how you find me? I mean, because I never seen you before at all.
Oh, you want me to tell you?
Yes.
Yeah, you just go to YouTube search and you go to open panel.
Oh.
And then you just, all these different pages show up, channels with open panels. I like talking to people, you know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow, that's dope.
Look it up.
Go
to YouTube search and put open panel. You'll see so many pages. You can talk to everybody you want to. And everybody just loves you. They think you're the best.
Oh. But your image is kind of scary to the people that's in my office.
Oh, this is
that's why
the most frightening image you could ever see. That's why I like it. It scares everybody. But I'm cool. I'm cool. You know.
Okay. Well, go ahead. You can continue on talking.
I'm surprised you didn't see this. He's actually, believe it or not, see, I always share out Queen Lisa because she is, for me, she's a breath of fresh air. Dealing with the ignorant people that I deal with that's in my sector. So I come over here and get a dose of some grown womanness, but I always share her out. But because I watch a lot of conspiracy theories and I watch a lot of stuff like that, I knew his name was Enigma. And yeah, the type of things that I just know. I be everywhere. Okay, just know that.
could you change your name though, please? I don't like that. If you
don't
mind.
Sorry, I messed up.
I appreciate it.
I'm a little bit retarded.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Go ahead, Queen Lisa. I'm so proud of you, girl.
Thank you.
That's the good work. But yeah, y'all. So long story short, in reference to this virus, if I just had to leave y'all with some words of advice, if you know of any family members who holds a lot of mucus in their bodies, try to get them as much, as closest as possible to a steam. And just give them what you know about it. Look it up. If they have someone that they know that may have asthma or do neb treatments, because sometimes you're going to do what you have to do. Say, hey, listen, can you see if you can get a prescription? Because I can't get one. This is life or death. I just need to get a treatment so that stuff can work on your, what's the name? Lisa.
Yes.
Look at the yeah, I was gonna say you might go ahead to get him a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought that was a sign. I was texting my sister. I know she watches me a lot. So
yeah,
I was
that's
typing her. Asking, was that a sign?
Yeah. Listen, sometimes you'll get those crazies. Don't even worry about. Just block them and keep it moving.
His whole end game was that he was up here just to troll. That's why I wasn't even engaging, because our conversation didn't have nothing to do with any type of conspiracy theories dealing with COVID. We basically up here just trying to give solutions to people who don't know about it. At the end of the day.
Lord have mercy.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to bring him up. That's why I typed. Did anybody know who he is? I was trying to describe him. So I didn't want to be mean either. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh no! It's hey Lisa.
This is everyone.
Yeah, Lisa. This is your show, your platform. Whatever you want to do, you do it. Because I do it all the time too. I get trolls on my channel too. I see them in the backstage. If I look at them and they got some weird stuff, or I know if I have a feeling, I know without a shadow of doubt, they're not going to engage to the conversation. I don't even invite them up at all. I just block them and keep it moving. To be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And listen, Lisa, baby, you are doing good. That's going to happen, my love. The more you get out, the more people wants to come and watch you. The crazies are going to come too, baby. Just go
Absolutely.
over the territory. You see, you know what I be going through. I got
Yeah.
toilet bowl today, but ain't nobody see it because I had my overlay on. Y'all not getting ready to show nobody no bull crap for no toilet. People is crazy, okay? You okay, my love?
Okay. But yeah, but this is some good stuff, you guys, and I'm not gonna hold you guys long and stuff. This was because I'm not long-winded. I know a lot of people like to go live, like to go visit other lives and stuff like that. So that's why I try to just be at a limit. But I thank you guys so much for your input and because I'm learning a lot myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching everything, and I just thank God for protecting, that we all are still here. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us could have been gone, but our body fought it off. You know what I'm saying? And thank you, Queen Brook and Black Truth and official urban therapist. And because somebody go ahead and find Queen Brook channel and drop her down in my chat, please, so you guys can show her some love. I do rock with Queen Brook, and Queen Brook, it's fun that you can't. I started going to put your shirt on today, the Dream Team, but I decided to do it Friday on my Real Table Talk. But yeah,
No
I had
problem.
took
Well,
it down.
thank you for allowing me.
I had to press and iron and stuff, so I said I'm gonna surprise. I'm gonna do it on Friday instead of today. Yeah.
Well, thank you for that, and thank you for allowing me to come on your panel to kind of share some insight and some of the stuff that I went through, and some of my knowledge. And also, too, I wanted to let you know, this coming Tuesday, me and my husband, we're going to do couples therapy on the channel. So I am inviting all couples. If you have a wife who, because my husband, he's funny with this YouTube stuff. He's learning, but he likes to input on the YouTube conversations while I'm live. So we're going to try to hold like a therapy section. Okay. we going to see how it works. So you're more than welcome to come through. It'll be on Tuesday, and I will set a reminder.
Yep.
Yeah, his sense of humor
that's gonna be beautiful
out here.
Yep, Ms. Brook, drop her link so we can follow you, because
Okay, I will do that, and I will hop down.
Brook Valentine University.
Yep, Brook Valentine University. Yep, I'll drop down because I have to drop down anyway. I'll drop down and put it in the link. And again, you guys, thank y'all. Continue to keep doing this work because we need it. Spread the word, the word. And I will connect with you guys as well.
Okay, great.
All right, y'all have a good evening.
You too.
You too. Thank you. And thank you, official. Thank you, Black Truth. Like I said, and I will definitely put everybody's link into my description box, the way it's always there. So if you want to, find it real quick, you don't got to, go look at the chat. It will be in my description box as well.
Can I say one more thing?
Go ahead, Black Truth. Go ahead. And I want to ask you, I should ask a group as well. And I want to ask you something, ask you while you talking, you can answer my question real quick too. So
okay,
since you are because I already ex-urban, already Black Truth. So real quick, as you get healed, I know you gotta wait like 90 days before you able to take the shot. So are you planning on taking the shot?
I'm really thinking about it. I have not made a decision as of yet, but I am thinking about it. And hey, I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm thinking about it though. But this is the reason I want to have a last word. Y'all still here? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. There's I want everybody who's listening to Google this word. Google it right now for me. It's called monoclonal antibodies. That's MONOCLONAL antibodies. And what monoclonal antibodies are, those are the antibodies of people who have recovered from COVID. So if you feel like you have caught COVID, you can, and then if your blood matches the blood of the person who has the monoclonal antibodies, they can give you monoclonal antibodies and you won't get sick. You won't get sick at all from COVID because these are the antibodies that are going to keep you safe from COVID. A lot of people are not telling you guys about this. A lot of people are not mentioning this because I don't know if they don't want you to know. They just want you to take the COVID. I mean the vaccine. But monoclonal antibodies is what you can take, and that will keep you safe from getting the worst case scenario of COVID. But y'all Google it, y'all look it up. Monoclonal antibodies.
Could you spell out again? Black Truth. I'm gonna type it in the chat.
To my understanding, is MONOCL.
Drop my doggone. I dropped my mouse.
You don't have to run right down, Miss Lisa, because this is being recorded. You can go back.
Oh yeah. I mean, he asked us to do it now, so we'll make sure the people.
Well, I just wanted the people to look it up. You know, MONOCLONAL, monoclonal antibodies. And those are the antibodies of the people who have had COVID, and they can pass those antibodies over to people who are new to COVID, and it should keep the people safe. I have a friend who went to the hospital. Well, her mother went to the hospital, and her friends went to the hospital. Her white friends were offered monoclonal antibodies. Her mother was never offered monoclonal antibodies. And her white friends told her, like, hey, they gave us the monoclonal as soon as we walked in. I'm not trying to make this a white and black thing. I'm just telling you how, you know, how they told it to me. They were offered the monoclonal antibodies. My friends and my friend's mother was never offered the monoclonal antibodies. You know, y'all look it up, y'all research it, and you know, do what you may with
That's how
it.
you spell it right there on the screen. I got it right there. And real quick, I'm gonna say this is my sister just texted me just now, and she said, cause we didn't talk about the Delta too much, but she said kids are catching the Delta now at a higher rate and are being hospitalized. The experts saying the original variant did not affect kids as much, but the Delta variant does. So the Delta is hitting the younger kids more than the COVID is what she was saying. So I just want to put that out there. She researches. My sister researches everything. I mean, she knows. She keeps me up on everything. I don't care what's going on in this world. She's on it. So yeah. So I just definitely trust her. Her input on a lot. I try to get her to come up here, even just call and talk, but she ain't gonna do it because she's shy. She's one of my older sisters.
But hey, Miss Lisa, thank you for letting me come up.
Okay, thank you.
Anytime,
thank you all, very welcome coming in. Make sure you guys share this live out because there's some good information in this live. Okay, make sure you guys go subscribe to Black True Urban even my girl Brook. Okay, go subscribe to them. They don't, they got some good lives up over there. They put out good information as well. But sometimes when people get on your nerves, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But that's just about every channel. Okay. So go check everybody out. And thank you guys all for coming on and coming
Hey,
in.
nice to meet you, Mr.
Much
Urban.
love to you all.
It's a pleasure, man. Yeah, you put out a lot of good information. I appreciate that as well too. And also, Brooke, she put out real good information too. I just follow Brooke on. I'm ready to follow your channel as well right now, bro.
All right, I'm gonna follow you as well. Thanks, Miss Lisa. Y'all be safe, okay? Bye.
You too. Much love, everyone. And I'm gonna try to in my music. And like I said, thank you guys all for coming in. I want you guys to make sure that you come on this Friday coming up. It's gonna be Real Table Talk. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna talk about on Friday, but it's gonna be I'm gonna talk about something. I'll have something before then because I've been so busy focusing on my birthday weekend and stuff like that I didn't even decide what I was gonna talk about on for next week. But Just know I love you guys. Make sure you guys just go subscribe to everybody and um hit the like, share me out. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you guys just show love to everybody because everybody in here is good people. Okay. And don't believe everything that you say about a don't believe everything that you hear about a person. Get to know somebody for yourself because sometimes people will talk bad about a content creator because they don't like them. Okay, because they didn't click. You know what I'm saying? So get those people for yourself. That's all I got to say. And I said, thank you all for tuning in. And I will see you around. I'll see you in somebody's live chat. Okay. Much love to you all. Thank you all for tuning in. God bless you all. I'm gonna try to end my music, but I didn't shut it down already and it's doing this. Here we go. I finna end now. I got to have my music. And thank you all for tuning in on my birthday yesterday. I really had a good time yesterday. Hey, I'm 56 year old, you guys, and I feel good. I feel really, really good. So it don't want to come up, so I'm just gonna end it. It gets like that sometimes. My computer gets slow. But I'm out, you guys. Much love. See you later.
Y'all be safe and be blessed.